Hi boys and girls. So today what you needed to do is you needed to look at the story of the life cycle of the frog on page 113 in your rainbow book. Then you needed to write me 5 sentences explaining the life cycle of the frog. You need to make sure that you use nouns, verbs and adjectives. So I thought that I would quickly just help you a little bit with understanding nouns, verbs and adjectives a little bit better and show you how you can use this in your writing 5 sentences. Right, so you ready to learn? Let's go. So the first thing that we need to look at is what is a noun? And if you have watched the links that I sent you, you should know what a noun is. We've been doing this for 2 weeks, so this is just a little bit of revision. Okay, a noun is a name, a place, or a thing. If we speak about the life cycle of the frog, we know that some of the nouns of the life cycle of the frog would be frog, egg or eggs, female, another noun could be tadpole, gills, feet, tail. Alright, so those are the nouns that you would use when you are describing or when you are talking about a frog. You talk about the frog, the eggs, the female, tadpole, gills, feet, and tail. Now, what is a verb? A verb is an action word. So some of the action words that we can think of: a frog, she would lay, maybe the frog would jump, maybe the frog would swim, oopsie, sorry, swim, the eggs could hatch, grow for feet and tail, gills also grow. All right, adjectives. What are some adjectives that we could use? Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are describing words. So if we think of a frog, a frog is green. Okay. The eggs are small. Maybe they're slimy. They've got lots of slime on them. They're covered in slime. A female, maybe you think the female is pretty or green, or she's got a lumpy skin. The tadpole is cute. I think tadpoles are cute anyway. The gills are tiny when they develop first. The feet swim fast. Because remember, that tadpole has to swim really fast to keep it safe from lots of dangerous creatures. And the tail could maybe move from left to right to help it swim. Now there we go. So we have our nouns, which is the thing that we speak about. In this case, it's a frog and a tadpole. The verbs, what are the actions that these frogs or tadpoles do? And adjectives, what words could we use to describe our frog? Now, I'm just going to do sentence number 1, maybe number 2 with you to give you an idea. So, if I wanted to write sentence number 1 about the life cycle of a frog, what happens first in the life cycle of a frog? The frog, the female frog, lays eggs. Now, how can I put some describing words in there? Could I use perhaps the green female frog? That sounds good. So I'm going to write there the green female frog. Now the next part of my sentence I want to think about. The green female frog lays, there's my verb, eggs. Is there a word that I could maybe use to describe eggs? Yes, I can use small eggs, lots of eggs, slimy eggs. So I'm going to write the green female frog lays lots of small eggs. Full stop. Alright, so now I want to check my sentence. I need to find the noun, the verb, the adjective, and I need to underline it. So, which is the noun in my sentence there? There's two nouns. The first is frog, and the second is eggs. Right, now I want to find the verb. The verb is an action word. So I'm going to underline lays, because she does that. She lays the eggs. That's an action. And then the last one I need to find is adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. Now in this sentence, I used green because it tells me the color of the frog. I used female because it tells me if it's boy or girl frog. And I used the word small because that describes small, how big or how small the eggs are. So I have used nouns, I have used adjectives, and I have used a verb. Let me write a second sentence. Now, after the female frog has laid her eggs, they begin to hatch. So now I need to write that. And when they hatch, they turn into a tadpole. So let's think about that. After a while, now I want to again say eggs, but I don't want to use the same adjective. I want to change my adjective. After a while, the tiny eggs hatch into, no, we won't say into. After a while, the tiny eggs hatch and tadpoles start swimming around. But I don't just want to say one or two tadpoles. I want to say lots of tadpoles. So let's think of a word. After a while, the tiny eggs hatch and many tadpoles swim around. Full stop. Right. After a while, the tiny eggs hatch and many tadpoles swim around. Let's find our noun. Our first noun is eggs, and our second noun, tadpoles. All right. Verbs are action words. So, hatch is an action, and swim is an action. And then we need to find our adjectives, which are describing words. So, after a while, the tiny, that tells us it's a little small egg. The tiny eggs hatch, and many, so that means lots of them. So that's another describing word. Many tadpoles swim around. Now, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that we're going to read some beautiful sentences. You are welcome to use these two sentences to help you, and then I want to see 3 more of your own sentences, remembering to use nouns, verbs, adjectives, and to underline them just like I did. Bye!